Hey y'all, I wanted to hop on and talk about some of the warning signs that I now realize were retinal vasculitis, which is the eye condition that I have due to my lupus. So retinal vasculitis is a very rare, from what I understand, it is a very rare thing. But lupus can attack your eyes. It can attack any organ in your body, up to and including your skin. And your brain, apparently. I just found that out. But that being said, in 2020, when I first started really experiencing the joint pain and the fevers and the migraines and the lung issues and stuff, I was also having these spells with my eyes. I didn't think anything of it because I was dealing with high blood pressure from the lupus. Because a lot of people that have lupus have high blood pressure. I thought that I was just having vision issues because my blood pressure was high. I had no idea that lupus could do any of this stuff. So I figured that if I can share what I went through, anybody that's going through any of this stuff, please find an ophthalmologist. You have an optometrist, which is where you go to get glasses and stuff. But then they have specialists that specialize in different stuff. And those are ophthalmologists. So they have really great ones. If you're close to me, there's an amazing one in Birmingham, Alabama that I will give you all his information. There's an amazing one in Atlanta, Georgia. I don't know about anywhere else because I'm from the South. But I do wish that I would have paid more attention to this stuff that was happening to me. And I wish that I would have saw a doctor sooner. Because I could have potentially saved my vision in my left eye. Once again, hindsight's 2020, and that's not a pun because I only have one eye. We're not making blind jokes tonight, y'all. Well, we probably will, but give me time. So the very first thing is my eyes would get blurry. They would get blurry. They would feel like there was sand or grain in them. So I was having to use eye drops and stuff. But see, I wore contacts too. So I couldn't really understand why I was having issues because I had always worn contacts and never had them since I had my daughter. So I had been wearing contacts for about 6 or 7 years at this point and never had an issue. So I just started using more eye drops. You know, I didn't really think anything of it. That started around the same time that my hands started, actually. I then started having these episodes where I would see stars, which I thought was high blood pressure. I would be at work or something and just kind of minding my own little business, and I would start seeing these stars. It's almost like when when we were kids and we'd go outside and look up at the sun, and then you'd see the little stars, the little everywhere. I don't know why I gave you sound effects, but it started like that, and it would last. It kind of like increased in time. Like it would last for a minute or two. Then it would last for like 5 minutes. And then it when I actually did lose my vision, instead of seeing the last few spells that I had in this eye before it went dark were dark spots instead of light spots. I would have like floaters, like unusual little, like I thought it was like something in my eye. Flashes, which is kind of like the stars, but they would be, and I'm dealing with that with this one right now. Where I'm having these flashes off to the corner, and it's just flashes of light. I don't know what the deal is with that. I got to go back to Birmingham Wednesday. I would have eye pain, like almost like a headache in my eyes. I started dealing with migraines around that same time. Splotches or dark spots in my vision that would come and go. And I mean, I was also dealing with the joint pain and stuff at this time too, but I didn't know that these two were correlated. I thought that I was dealing with high blood pressure because the lupus was causing extremely high blood pressure. So we were thinking it was that. Well, then whenever I lost the vision in my eye, because I was dealing with the pneumonia that we thought was pneumonia, but it was lupus in my lungs. It was fluid around my lungs from lupus, which I had to have drained twice. But when we were in the process of figuring all this out, we thought, I was having to sleep in a recliner. I could not lay down for the last 6 months before my diagnosis. I was having to sleep sitting straight up because I couldn't breathe. I couldn't walk a foot without having to stop. My husband was having to help me to the bathroom. It was so bad. That was causing me to have a lot of coughing spells. So we thought that I had potentially detached my retina. So we thought we were going to be able to fix this. And that's when I ended up in Atlanta, Georgia. And he was like, no, this is inflammation. Your retina is not detached. I also dealt with a lot of eye redness. Like my eyes would get really red and just irritated feeling, honestly. But the last thing that happened was the sudden vision loss. I was sitting there one night and my blood pressure was through the roof. It was one of those days. I had been in and out of the emergency room every day for a month because I was so sick. I would go, they would stabilize me and send me home. My D-dimer was showing that I had a blood clot somewhere. I do wish that they would have actually taken that seriously, because I feel that had they done a CT here, they would have seen that. I could be wrong. I'm not a medical professional, but I definitely feel like the medical people at the specific hospital that I was going to failed me. And that's something that I was very angry with for a while, because I started February 8th to March 6th going to this hospital. Just about every day I was in the emergency room with a fever over 100, couldn't breathe, chest pains, high blood pressure. I mean, like 200 over whatever. Like, my blood pressure was through the roof. And I mean, this was during a lot of other stuff going on. So, I mean, I know they were all busy and had a lot going on. I do feel like I fell through the cracks. And I feel like because of their oversights, I have had to, I've had some irreversible damage that they overlooked. But that's besides the point. I ended up going to an amazing hospital in LaGrange, Georgia. They saved my life. I started going there March 4th of 2021. By April the 4th, I had a diagnosis. And they took me very seriously. But I would go to the other hospital and cry and beg for help, and they would stabilize me and send me home. So, but all that being said, if you have any of this stuff going on, I mean, it could just be whatever. But if you think that you have some type of autoimmune disease and you're dealing with stuff like this, please don't overlook it. I do think that had I had any idea of what was going on, I could have saved my eye. And that's something that kind of bothers me a little bit. But it's okay. I can help y'all. So, I said all that, though. Just advocate for yourself. Push. If you think there is something wrong with you and you're experiencing symptoms like this, please seek help. Seek a doctor. If one don't help, go to the next one. Because these things are very serious. Autoimmune diseases are very serious. So anybody add your 2 cents. If you have any questions, please ask. I will pray with all y'all. I'm praying for all y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching all my videos. And God bless.